I've heard from Inspector Lau. We're ready for the briefing. Mary Kelly heads up the most powerful crime family in London, Clan Kelly, which should at least be easy to remember.
Under her old man, they were a bit player. Then he died, and her rivals started disappearing. Her enemies, her friends, her family. They call her Bloody Mary for a reason.
Early on, Mary abandoned cash in favor of cryptocurrency and brought the Kellys' criminal business online.
It makes weapons smuggling, drug running, money laundering all a lot easier without a cash trail. The woman single-handedly modernized organized crime in London. She considers herself to be untouchable. Case in point, from my files you retrieved. Darla Covington, 19. Sasha Haddad, 28. Radek Stopkovich, 24. All disappeared.
It's difficult to find good help these days, isn't it, love? Most people, they ain't driven. Not like you. Because they feel worthless, don't they? The way that the world is, how it uses people. It's horrible. It's nice that you have a purpose. Oh, that'll be me, love.
We aren't finished here.
This was a courtesy. Oh, give my regards to their families. It's horrible losing someone you love. Nice meeting you, Caitlin.
As you can see, she'll never respond to interrogation. But there is one place she feels comfortable talking. The Sandstone residence.
Inspector Lau thinks a police bug in the Kellys' headquarters may have the evidence she needs to finally convict Bloody Mary.
Sandstone is their center of operations. I know the data on that bug will take her down. Get it for me, and I swear I'll put her away forever.
Pushing the coordinates to your optics.
Sabine here, Inspector Lau. I'm curious how you think you can bring Mary Kelly to justice now, with no backing. Even before Albion took over policing, you couldn't lock her up. And she goes on treating humans like cattle.
I had to work within the system. Yes, it was corrupt. I knew it. I just didn't know how bad it was. I thought a strong case couldn't be better.
Well, you were wrong. After all, power tends to corrupt. Why do you think it'll be different this time?
Because I'm taking it to a contact in the Attorney General's office. An honest solicitor with a hard-on for organized crime, specifically for Mary Kelly. Look, our methods may differ, but I want to help those people as much as you do.
All right. But however this goes down, there's no way we're letting Mary slip the net again. That's not how DedSec does things. Let's get to Sandstone.
Old people are just trying my patience. This doesn't need to get out of control. It's old. This one fella got up, started making this big speech with a megaphone.
Robots won't save us!
No more automation!
You sold us out!
Good. We don't need robots!
We need work!
You sold us out!
Less billionaires, more housing! People are starving!
No one answers!
People, not machines!
Security here is state-of-the-art, quite impenetrable. Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open. Security here is state-of-the-art. Quite impenetrable. Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
DedSec tech is impressive.
The recording device is in her security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
Bugger me.
She's using these people as house servants, against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million times worse knowing they end up as unwilling organ donors.
You have a real fucking attitude problem. Do you know that?
Please, I need help.
Fucking idiot. Do you piss everyone off the way you're pissing me off, you wanker? Stupid git.
That's it. Let's see what kind of recording we've got on her. Just look at this place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mind fucker.
Yeah, Mary knew she wouldn't be able to make a slave out of you. Didn't bother wasting one of her chips.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
for yourself after everything I've done for you.
You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. Take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to you 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole. You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you. Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to the venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, Mum. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
It's that initiative I'm smelling, Peter. Initiative can be a dangerous thing. Can be misinterpreted. Fuck's sake.
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? It takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my priority, Bagley. She's keeping these people enslaved. And it sounds as if she's selling them. This is huge.
That's what the microchip's for. If they step out of line, Mary sells them for parts. This bird's a piece of work.
DedSec, we'll have to crash that slave auction. Get all the information we can out of there. The location will be on the invitations. She hasn't sent out the invitation yet, but when she does...
Bagley, monitor the drone networks. Give us a heads up when Mary sends out her fleet. Until then, I reckon we're in a holding pattern.
I'll get in touch if I hear about anything else that might interest you. Cheers, DedSec.
Since we're waiting for our cordial invitation to Mary Kelly's tasteless theme party, we can finally get back to what really matters, solving the mystery of Zero Day. Who are they, and why did they frame DedSec for the bombings?
What have you got, Bagley?
Glad you asked. Today, the great AI detective has 2 leads for his dog's body politic. Obviously, Albion needs looking into, but I also have a more unusual thread for you to pull on. There's a new hacktivist group on the dark web scene called the 404. But instead of being in it for the lulz, this lot seems to be in it for the brutal reshaping of society by any means necessary. Sound like anyone you know?
Looks like I've got some options.
I've marked both on your optic. I hope you're not doing anything important. You've been activated.
I can't multitask.
got a potential recruit for you. I'll mark them on your map.
I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion PMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
Jesus. You want to confront the head of a private military company that's paid off by the government? What are you going to do? Just knock on his front door?
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we can find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
You look like you're eager to fight the powers that be.
Are you a part of DedSec? Perhaps you could help me.
We'll do what we can.
Bloody piece of junk. Too much. You flying piece of crap.
Are you concerned about his idle presence?
It's a total disgrace. Mercenaries patrolling the street. The fool is going to. I always feel like they're going to die for me. Was it an Albion drone? If it was, you should report it.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government, led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Well, that's suspiciously convenient.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
How are you doing? I hope you don't mind me getting situated in your safe house. Crime marches on, and so will I. There are still cases that need to be closed, if you'll help me.
Copy that.
Excellent. I uploaded a case to Bagley. He can brief you on it.
Can Kelly's been sending a ton of crypto to an unknown party in Cairo. Something to do with Kronos X. That new drug... Bellagio has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Time to introduce ourselves.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Got a similar setup myself. Maybe paranoid, but...
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Message received.
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
Bagley, those windows, are they a viable option?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
Copy that. Look at this. The place is packed to the gills with traps.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
Copy that.
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
trap to disarm. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Move one more muscle chief and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Now, no need for that.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Wrong. Think more insurgent.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Listen to me! Albion knows you're in London. You need to get out of here, now!
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish. Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Worse than we know. We know. We know. Why else do you think I'd fucking be here?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking Merc's work.
We're not with Cass. He fucking tried to kill us, mate. We need to stop him, and we need your help to do it.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck. Think, Hamish, think. Shit, fine. We'll table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Move it! Fuck's sake!
Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Fuck around.
Let's keep this by the book, over.
Control, I've lost the target. Control, add suspect to the most wanted list. Over.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape, I believe. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
What we need is an insider on the team.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
Tower of London. Security will be tight. How do we do this?
I like to help, fam, but Nigel's caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
Oh, yeah.
Please advise.
Hut!
Eyes up, asshole.
Albion's looking for good candidates. Come see me for more information.
This is more my speed.
Salute to my sister as well. Gotta keep trophies down at my mum's bit. Man, I'm getting way too big for my show. When I see bare MCs on the sideline, but I still got guns in the pipeline. Man, I've
All right, mate.
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
Yeah, we know. But Cass is launching some new project, and I can guarantee it won't be good. We need to do something, you know?
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Interesting. Can you send me their personal info?
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
Recruiting an Albion employee. Easier said than done.
They're jackbooted thug. Who regularly murder civilians. If finding a disenchanted employee is really that difficult, humanity's much worse off than I thought. It would also be quite useful to have someone on the inside.
For however long that lasts, Nigel's real good at sniffing out spies.
Personal experience speaking?
Yeah, not really in a sharing mood right now, fam.
A spy? That's not something you should publicly advertise. You look like you're eager to fight the powers that be.
You're them dead sick, yeah? How do I know you're not in bed with the new...
Look around. No stone unturned.
Ah, yeah. Let your man speak. I never put no colors on my timepiece. I told you niggas cut me out the Grammy. And now you got me fucking up some Grammys. And then I go and double up my funds. And when you finish sucking all your mums, I do another $250,000 and get another number when it's live. I'm getting bored of you boys. Flex when I'm looking like the board of my boys. Big Mac, I was making all of the noise. And the big bird, I get that's the roots of your boy. They rate me, that's so blatant. When it's for the future, I'm that so raven. Whenever they say my name, I take a payment. Even when I make it rain, I make a statement. Let the rain fall on my enemies. Fall on my enemies. Let the rain fall on my enemies. Yeah, let the rain fall on my enemies. On all of my enemies. Lord, let the rain fall on my enemies. Let it fall on my enemies. Yo. Goose in the wind, keep my back warm.
Suspects reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile.
Moving to the hostiles location. Over.
Where did they go? Shit!
No vision of target. Ending pursuit. Over.
Responding to the call. Over.
All units respond. We have a shooter. Going in for a tactical round.
Control, I've lost sight of the target. Over.
We are In pursuit, I say again, in pursuit.
Negative. No visual of the suspect.
All units force this suspect to stop.
All right.
Control, I'm ready to immobilize the target.
Right, close this fucker down.
Hostile target. Deploying combat measures.
Be advised, we are on site.
Finding cover!
Anyone have visual?
Suspect is
Anyone?
nearby. Have a look. I'm going to check their last.
Control, we are pursuing the target.
Control, we have a seriously injured officer.
Sending out the spider.
Engaging hostile target.
I'm gonna slap you up, bruv.
Target's checked.
Fuck is hit.
I'm in pursuit of the target.
Getting behind cover.
Any sign of the target?
We're in real trouble here.
Anyone?
Neutralizing hostile target.
I'm going to check it out. Shit! I need help.
Engaging target.
Officer in critical condition.
Control, we have a visual on the suspect.
Engaged.
Control, I've lost the target.
I need cover.
All units, we are after the suspect.
Any sign of the target?
Clear.
Level British.
Clear. Moving on.
All clear here.
Britain's first.
Moving on.
We're all clear over here.
Calling off the pursuit. Over and out.
Fuck me!
This area is being recorded by the GBB. Oh God, please.
Jackson, please.
Now, where did you go off to?
Is Albion's #1 priority. Obeying Albion orders will keep you safe.
What's the matter with you?
Security manager symptoms of following.
Would you look at that?
It's dumb fuck. It's not like what's around here. It's good for a laugh. Do you know what I mean?
Yours true. Finally, I get some fresh funny and gossip. I tell them all.
Offenders will be arrested.
Firmly appeased by me.
Area updating facial
Think that thing's malfunctioning.
I don't understand.
Updating facial recognition software.
Won't end well for you.
What's this?
London, this is 404, the first peer-to-peer hacktivist network. All are welcome. If you want to make a difference, join us. We're taking down the elite, one contract at a time.
Found that on the dark web. Looks like all the cool kids are forming hacker groups these days. But this 404 might actually come in handy in our fight. If all are welcome, that means we are too. I say we infiltrate 404, we get their connections, we get their assets.
If you play nice, they might even help you take out Zero Day. For that matter, maybe they are Zero Day. Only one way to find out. I found Street View images of a CTOS hub that's been covered in 404 graffiti. They're marking their territory like an overexcited chihuahua. Dropping the location of the hub on your map.
Be advised, protests at other large assemblies will be met with force.
Get out of my space, freak.
Wonder how he's doing. Maybe he would be proud of me.
Keep fucking moving.
Well, that drone's got a mind of his own.
Albion vehicles in pursuit of lawbreakers can approach with little warning. Always be ready to clear the way.
Get over here right now. What? No. You got a wrong guy, mate. Suspicious. No, a scam. Let's see what we find. You now, no, twat!
All units, I say again, all units, we have reports of a hostile in your area. Over.
Received. We'll engage if necessary.
Swine! Shite. Fucking shite.
I had them. Where did they go?